A very warm welcome again to the virtual session of science, children. A very warm welcome to each one of you. I hope you all are doing very well and you all are maintaining your notebook hopefully, because all that points for the chapter has to go in the notebook for you to recap, for you to review all those important concepts related to the topic which we are doing. So let us continue with the chapter 15, that is light part 2. What are we going to see today in this chapter, in this session? In this session, we are going to see the laws of reflection of light, which is extremely important. We have to learn these laws because then only we will understand the behavior of light rays. So please take down these laws, the laws of reflection of light. First of all, you need to clarify with some concept related to the law of reflection of light before we actually see what are the laws of reflection of light. And this law is universal, this law is globally followed. Whenever we are doing any experiment based on light, we have to follow this law of reflection of light. But there are certain concepts related to it. Let us see what are the concepts. First of all, incident ray. We all know the light consists of light rays. So you need to understand the concept of incident ray. When I'm talking about ray, that means the light ray. So incident ray, the light ray that falls on the reflecting surface, is called an incident ray. So what are the incident ray? Those light rays which is falling on an object, it is an incident ray. Very simple. Then what is reflected ray? The light rays that get reflected back from a reflecting surface is called a reflected ray. So you know that whenever light rays fall in an object, some amount of the light rays get absorbed and some light rays get reflected. So those light rays which get reflected back, those are called as reflected rays. And what is normal? It is a line that is perpendicular to the reflected plane at the point of of incident ray. So just a perpendicular line to the reflected plane. Wherever the light ray is falling, you just imaginary a perpendicular line at the point of incident. You draw a perpendicular line. So we will see the diagram. First of all, you have to take down all these in your notebook. Please do make points in your notebook, children. So this is the diagram you're going to draw, which we were talking about, um, which is going to follow, or which is going to explain the laws of reflection of light. Here you see incident ray, a ray falling on the mirror. You have a plane mirror, a incident ray, that is one ray of light is taken. Draw this diagram falling on the mirror. Then there's a reflected ray you can see, and when you draw a perpendicular line, can you see? You see incident ray and the reflected ray. You draw a perpendicular line between the incident ray and the reflected ray. Then that perpendicular line is called as normal. And then you will get two different angles. On your left hand side, you will get angle of incidence, that is called as I. You use symbol I for angle of incidence. And then you will get another angle, that is angle of reflection. We denote as, we use symbol R for angle of reflection. So this is a diagrammatic representation of incident ray and reflected ray and the angles formed by them, and on a normal, that is a perpendicular line. Please draw this diagram, is extremely important. Then let us see the two laws of reflection which we were talking about. We understood the various concepts related to the law of reflection. When we are defining the laws of reflection, we should be very clear with the basic concepts which we have seen just now. So the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal to the mirror at the point of incident all lie in the same plane. So they all lie in the same plane. They are not in a different plane. So this is the first law of reflection. All incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal to the mirror at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. Second law of reflection, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. That means I is always equal to R, because I is the angle of incidence and R is the angle of reflection. always this angle will be equal. Please take down these two very important laws of reflection of light. I hope you are writing there, children. Then we will see types of reflection now. Since we have learned about reflection, there are majorly two types of reflection we will see. Depending upon the surface of the reflecting object, the reflection of light can vary. So where we have majorly two types of reflection, it depends upon the types of surfaces. So surfaces can be divided into two types, smooth surface and rough surface. Accordingly, you will get two types of reflection, diffuse reflection or irregular reflection, and second type, regular reflection. What is diffuse reflection or irregular reflection? In this type of reflection, the light rays that fall on the surface are reflected back in different direction irregularly. So when light rays falling on an object, it is going to uh, reflect back in different direction. It will be the reflection of the light rays, that means reflecting back will be in different direction. It will be irregular. This generally happens in the case of an irregular or roughly surfaced object. So when an object is rough, the surface is rough, you see this kind of diffuse reflection or irregular reflection. Or then you will see regular reflection. What is regular reflection? In this type of reflection, the light rays that falls on the surface of the reflecting object reflect back in a particular direction. Please underline this. The reflected rays are always parallel to each other. Please underline this. So it is following a proper pattern of reflection. The light rays which is going to reflect back will be always parallel to each other. It will not be scattered anyhow. So this generally happens in case of smooth and shiny surface. We will see some diagrams that will further clarify your concepts. Please do take down this in your notebook, children. Here you see regular reflection and irregular reflection. From your left hand side you see regular reflection, where from a smooth surface light rays falling on a mirror reflecting back, and the reflected rays are parallel to each other. As they are falling parallelly on the mirror, similarly parallelly they will reflect back. This will happen only in a regular reflection, that is in a smooth surface, that is mirror. Now if you have a rough surface, other than mirror, you have some rough surfaces. We will see it later. There you will see irregular reflection. The light rays which is falling on the object, that falling on that surface, rough surface, it is going to reflect back in any direction. It will not be parallel. Though the light rays falling on the rough surface will be parallel, but reflection of the light rays will not be parallel. So these are the two types of reflection. You have to draw this diagram in your notebook about the regular reflection and irregular reflection in your notebook. From a smooth surface, that means a high gloss surface, and then on a rough surface. So this is how the reflection will happen. Please draw this diagram in your notebook. Then here you have shiny surfaces. You can see how the light is getting reflected, and is because of the reflection of the light, because of the regular reflection of the light on a smooth surface, you can see they are shining because they are smooth surfaces, and the reflection of the light will be smooth, will be regular reflection. These are shiny surfaces, the smooth surfaces. Example of the smooth surfaces. Then here you have example of the rough surfaces. You have a sandpaper, doormat, pineapple, screw. All these are rough surfaces which will show irregular reflection. I hope this is very clear with you, children. Thank you, children. Have a wonderful day.